Hi, it's Jen from Shabby Fabrics introducing a new club you don't want to miss out on. This is called A-Door-Naments, and we've done this once before a couple years back. And people are like, I love to be in clubs. Can you please run some more clubs? How nice to be able to jump into something. And once you're in the club, you're really on autopilot. Things are just coming to you each month. And you get to look forward to making a new project to display. And we have two options with our ornaments. This is a Shabby Fabrics exclusive design here. We love to really celebrate every single month. Certain months of the year, as we know, are really easy to decorate for. Christmas is so easy in December. In October, if you like pumpkins, or maybe you like harvest or Halloween, it's easy. But certain months like March, maybe May or even June can be challenging, but we've done all that for you so you can look forward again to kind of celebrating that particular month. The two options that we're giving you with these pre-fused laser cut kits, everything is pre-cut for you. More about that coming in just a moment. Is you can decide, I have a certain spot, maybe right next to my desk at work, or maybe right next to my sewing machine in my craft room where I want to display my cute little adornment on a hanger. You can pick that up for just a couple dollars. Or maybe you have that beautiful doorknob that you'd like to just have a nice way to welcome your guests with this, maybe on the outside of the door or maybe on the inside. So whatever you want to do, the kit will do either, and we'll have instructions inside our pattern that'll give you that option. I'll also be doing supporting video on showing you how to make both options. So if you're curious how that will work, be sure to tune in for that. And it's fun to join the conversation on social media as well. What's really fun about the adornment kits is absolutely every single thing is cut out for you, including we've got some fusible fleece in here. Literally every single thing. And of course your kit will come with your pattern as well each month. So, and it's super affordable, only $24.50 gets you every single thing, and just a couple dollars of freight domestically, and then I think it's $8 maybe internationally, maybe $6. Don't quote me on that one. Be sure to check the details, of course, on our website. So as I said, everything is cut out for you with no exceptions, even your backing and your fusible fleece. So we've even gone to the measure of cutting your fusible fleece just a little bit smaller than your background fabric and backing, so that when you layer everything together, it turns through beautifully. Inside your pattern, we'll have a layout diagram, so you're not having to guess where things go. In conjunction with our light box, this is the wafer 2, and we also have our applique pressing mats, 2 different sizes you can choose from. It helps you be able to take those laser cut shapes and your background and lay everything out just perfectly. On your layout, a diagram, I guess we're calling that an assembly diagram, kind of the same word, you can see that things are numbered with the number 1, number 2, and so on and so forth. Number 1 piece is going to be going down on that background first, followed by piece number 2. Anything with dashed lines lies behind, and it helps you kind of layer that in sequence. So when you get your kit, everything's perfectly cut for you. Simply peel off that paper backing and you can see the nice shine. We've got some heat and bond light on the back. And I certainly recommend that when you are really putting your applique shapes together, you're pre-assembling them before you move those onto the background. So I've got one of our smaller applique pressing mats. I find myself using really both sides depending on the size of the project. And this will absolutely work. So you can grab that smallest size mat. So piece 1 would come down here, and you can see how you can just see right through that with that light on. I love that it helps me get everything lined up just perfectly. And I just take a peek and I can say that's where my next piece goes. And then for my next piece, I'm over here. And it really makes the process fun. In fact, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to heat up my iron to a medium heat. By the way, your kit's going to have instructions on laser cut kits. We know as quilters, we tend to turn our iron up all the way hot, right? when we're doing prefuse laser cut applique, be sure to adhere to those instructions. You're bringing the heat back to more of a medium setting so we don't scorch that somewhat tender heat and bond that can get too hot and potentially fail. We certainly don't want that to happen. So let's get everything just kind of laid out here. I really want to show you this process. It's amazing how this combination, I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself. This is more of something I would do in a supporting video, but I'm like, we're here. Let's just talk about this. Let's just show you how amazing these resources are. And you know, when I first started appliquing, I would move pieces down to the background one by one. This technology did not exist at the time that I started quilting. I'm even going to put down our beautiful butterfly wings here. So pretty. And we'll just do everything. And we'll let everything cool down. Let me move this out of the way. I was not expecting to go over this with you today, but it's so exciting to be able to show you how all of this actually works. So let me just turn that off. Now be sure, I've done it once before. I got so excited, I grabbed the iron and I just went plop. You cannot heat on that wafer light box. It will damage that, and I did unfortunately damage my light box. So I have learned to just move everything over, and then with my iron, I'll just come in, make sure nothing's moved, and you're not going to go back and forth. You're just going to come straight down onto your shapes, and they're just fusing together. You're going to kind of hold your iron in place like 5 to 6 seconds each place and let it work its literal magic. So while all of that's kind of heating up here, let me just clean up a bit while I move my way around, because I can't wait to kind of peel that up and show you what that's going to look like. Now it's so nice that you're not bringing things on one by one, and maybe it gets a little bit you know, what I call cattywampus. It gets a little off kilter, but now you've ironed it down and it's not coming up. So I love this process. We'll let that cool down. In the meantime, while that's cooling down, we all know that once you applique things down to the background, that's really a temporary adhesive. We come back with some beautiful, we chose a metallic thread set from Sulky. We love our friends there. They make those beautiful sparkly fabrics, sparkly threads that really just bring a project to life. And that's what's here. That's an additional option for you to reserve your thread set. Will be just a $5 kind of commitment. And of course, once the project gets rolling, we'll be billing you for that and sending that out. Something I learned about metallic thread along the way is someone showed me something called a thread director. We'll try to add that video at the end of this one if you want to know how this amazing tool works. Its mission is to get that thread coming off of the machine at the proper angle, and in conjunction with the Schmetz metallic needle, does a phenomenal job of reducing breakage. That's something I experienced a lot when I first started using metallic thread. I was on the wrong spool pin, definitely using the wrong needle, and I was breaking thread again and again, and I just said no more of that. Well, ever since I've been using the thread director and the Schmetz metallic combination, I grabbed for that metallic thread because I have the confidence with those combinations my thread is going to be is not breaking, and I love that. And that's what we've added to add some sparkle and fun. So I think I've given enough time for all of this to cool down. And as you can see, this is now a unit. I now get to bring this onto my background as a single unit. And how nice is that? Obviously, I could lay out my diagram again to get the exact positioning, or just kind of position that right in the corner, and you can see that's exactly where it belongs. And then we can place our butterfly. So this is just a really neat investment to make sure your applique shapes are going onto that background as an assembled unit. I love that. So as you can see, some other items on here you might want to think about grabbing. We have a little bit of hand embroidery. That will certainly be something you want to be able to pre-mark. We have a friction pen as well as a white pen. As we turn our project through, I found the clover point turner to be really helpful to get not only these curves out with this portion, But down in these 9-degree corners, the other end, this is really just a quilter's best friend for this project in particular. What else do I have on the table? Kind of our wonder clips, our pins, those normal things that you would expect to use anytime you're doing any kind of sewing. So this is one we're really excited to bring back to you. We have limited space available, of course. Grab your spot, you want to reserve that, and grab that thread set, and that thread director, we're also putting that on a reserve. You don't really need to be paying freight on that now to get that to you. Go ahead and grab your thread set and also reserve the thread director. That way those two items are going to be shipping to you for free in the United States and economically around the world. And again, just a few dollars to be shipping your kit out to you. So thanks again for letting me show you this new club. I'll certainly be seeing you on supporting videos for the A-Door-Naments Club.